Okay. We are here to present an assignment on the case study of homicide. On a fateful day at a crime scene, a group of policemen had an encounter with a civilian which happens to be passing by. Along the line, one of them happened to shoot at that civilian. He shot him dead and tried to frame one of his colleagues who is a drunkard. He killed the civilian and tried to frame his colleague who is a drunkard. So, as the investigation proceeded, the Nigerian police, they investigated every one of them at the crime scene. While every one of them pointed their fingers at the drunken policeman that was the one who committed the murder. Along the line, they also collected their guns. They counted the bullets of each of them. They counted the bullets of each one of them, unknowing to them that the man who committed the murder had already exchanged one bullet, have swapped one bullet from the drunken man into his own, so that his bullets will be complete, while they will think it's the drunken man that killed him. So, as there was no more evidence for them as they stopped there, they convicted the drunken police officer of the crime. While what they are supposed to have done was that, since each gun has the barrel of each gun has a fingerprint, it has a bullet fingerprint that it comes with. What they should have done is that the bullet they removed from the victim is supposed to be compared with the bullets with the test bullet from the gun of each one of those policemen to check for resemblances in the fingerprinting. Thereby, that would help them catch the criminal easily. And they can easily do that because there are specialized microscopes that do the comparison. So it doesn't have to be a human that will even compare. There are specialized microscopes that can do the comparison between bullets. So by doing so, they would have caught the criminal red-handed, but instead they sentenced the wrong person.
Any contribution? Okay.
In essence to what you have said, it's a general case study of police officers on the checkpoint. So, having seen a civilian passing by, they had a disagreement. One of the police officers happened to be drunk. So, he actually threatened to shoot at the civilian because the argument lasted for a long duration of time. So the process while he was shouting at the civilian, instantly another police officer shot at the civilian. So all the accusing fingers were pointing at the drunk police officer. The other police officer who shot the gun instantly take advantage of the drunk police officer and swap one of his bullets to his own. So what the police is supposed to have done, they're supposed to invite a forensic scientist using a techniques known as forensic ballistic to investigate those weapons. But they never did. They sentenced the innocent police officers to jail. So in conclusion is, suppose they have invited, if we were as a forensic scientist, if we were to be in that scene, we would have used forensic ballistic method by testing the weapon. Because each bullet in a weapon shot out will have a mark. So thereby they will use it to test it from the one from the dead civilian.
I have a question. So the
Wait
time in
now.
this your case study, you guys did not get the perpetrator, the person that did this thing.
Wait now. They are still presenting.
So,
Any other contribution from the member of the group? Yes.
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Ali Christian. In
Are
addition
you-
to yes, ma'am.
Christian.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful.
In addition to what my classmates said, by virtue of such occurrence, there's supposed to be an invitation of a forensic ballistic, a specialized forensic scientist who is specialized in explosives and firearms. Because every weapon, every firearm has a manufacturer and
I said it.
yes,
Add
ma'am.
additional.
Okay,
You are repeating it.
okay, for those who do not know what homicide is, as it connects to what you are dealing with, basically I want to define the term homicide. Homicide has to do with basically entails the murder or the killing of an individual by another individual, either intentionally or unintentionally. So in such case, such event is referred to as a homicide when an individual is killed by another individual. So that's basically just to define the term homicide.
Adia, what do you have to add?
What I have to add is about the ballistic, and we have already explained.
Floor.
And,
Now, Zena.